Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video where we will be making a bookmark for this book here that I'm reading. It is called The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. Let me know down below if you've read the book. Let's chat about it, let's talk. And while I make the bookmark, we're just gonna have a cute, fun little conversation. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so today I want to talk about why I haven't necessarily chosen an art niche, and why I kind of bounce around from thing to thing to thing to thing. But just before we get into it, when I say art niche, I'm talking about the idea of picking like one main lane, one specific medium, or one style or theme, and sticking to that so that your artwork is consistent and recognizable. And I understand the value of that, but I've just come to realize that it doesn't necessarily align with how I create and how I've been creating. But just generally, I do think that there are people that are just naturally wired. They have this natural proclivity to create, to make things, to be artists. And I think everyone has that potential, but I just think some people act on that where others don't. So I think anybody can be a creator. I think it could be something that happens at any stage of your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you've been doing since you were young, but I do think there are people like me who have been creating since they were young and do not necessarily have one specific thing that they keep coming back to. Now, I naturally just have a lot of creative energy, and I have this really deep desire to create. I've always had this. Even when I was little, I would always have sketchbooks a lot. I would be watching how to draw videos all the time, just trying to learn how to draw. I took a couple of classes in high school on drawing and art. I've taken like art history classes. Don't ask me any questions about that because I purged that from my memory. I'm not gonna lie, but I've been there, been in those spaces. To me, creativity feels very instinctual, something that kind of like moves through me, not something that I just kind of force. Whenever I'm down or bored or need something to do, if I'm frustrated, if I'm happy, if I'm sad, the thing that I tend to go to is creating, making art, doing something creative with my hands, creating something from an idea and like turning it into something physical just feels really magical to me. So I really love doing that, and it just feels natural and aligned and just right with my body. And it really genuinely makes me so happy, like even creating these videos and documenting my journey as an artist. Like it just puts such a big smile on my face. Like it literally makes me feel like a little child, and I follow those moments of whimsy and joy and childlike wonder, just because I feel like it is a great form of feedback. Using joy as a form of feedback has been really rewarding to me, and it feels very expansive, and it makes me feel like I'm aligned, and I love all of that stuff. It makes me so happy. And playing in different mediums, playing with different styles, playing with different types of art, it just feels essential to my creative process. Now, I do think I have some things that I will just go to as kind of like a default because I've been doing them like over and over again. Like, for example, if I was doing digital art, the first thing I'll probably do is like a little bust portrait, because I've done so many of those. If I was painting, I might do a little robot because I've been having fun doing those. But I don't necessarily stick to one thing. I love a good celestial vibe. But I also like to draw things from like TV shows. I like to make album covers. I like to sew, the list goes on and on. And I'm also like, something that I've come to realize and learn about myself is that I'm not afraid to be a beginner at anything. Even though it can be daunting, it can be kind of hard getting over that hump. But once I actually do it and start, I don't actually mind being a beginner. Like, I don't mind being someone that has to learn the things. I don't mind exploration. I actually find it to be very fun and very nourishing, not necessarily threatening, okay? Another thing that I feel like is a reason why I haven't necessarily found a niche is that I'm very easily inspired by other people's creations, and as someone that is always on their phone, I'm always seeing other people make things. I'm always looking up people making things. Like, that's what I like to do in my free time. Me and Pinterest go together real bad. But yeah, so I'm easily inspired by other people's creations, and I see them as a way to kind of like as a jump off point for myself. I don't see it as like a competition or anything like that. More of like even like a conversation or just something where I can try it myself is so inspiring to me, and it activates my creativity. It doesn't necessarily like intimidate me. I know some people can be intimidated by other artists and how amazing they are and how good they are, but it's like, to me, it's like, oh, if they can do that, I can give it a shot. I can give it a try. If mine is ugly, mine is bad, then so be it. Let it be ugly. Let it be bad. Now, I do also recognize the benefits of having a niche. I know that it can make my work more recognizable. It can help people to quickly like recognize my art and understand who created it and be able to categorize it. It also will support like creating an audience faster, because it kind of aligns with the algorithms and things like that. But that's just not where I am at this point in my journey. I'm here in this moment now, making this bookmark, having a wonderful time. And I would love to know what you guys think about this topic. Do you guys feel like you have a specific niche? If not, let me know why. Let's talk about it. And also, let me know if you read this book, if you have any thoughts. I am almost done with it, girl. And I've been loving my new bookmark. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.